One. Yabba dabba doo. Hi. Um, Welcome to Karagor Studios Remnant Lunar Archon, Session 2. Chillin' here on Twitch and on the YouTube at some point for anyone joining in on YouTube or Twitch. The first session should be posted to YouTube hopefully later tonight or tomorrow. Did have some issues, and by issues I mean myself being lazy and not actually putting it up like I was supposed to. That video for the first session should be out soon. It occurs to me I just did something wrong. I need to go ahead and delete a message in another group chat that I sent to try and link people to the Twitch. But yeah, welcome once again, I suppose. If you don't remember who all is who, you can look at the decal. So previously on Remnant Lunar Archon, the party met on a caravan heading toward the village of Myocene. Individually, it seems all of the party wants to get to Keenite after finding that they had a letter that that each of them had received summoning them there. After arriving at Myocene, they chilled for a night and then found that the Lord of Myocene, Lord Protector Shun Peng, asked if they would be willing to go and defeat, or at least deal with in some fashion. He didn't specify caring how you did it, but if you would be willing to go and effectively deal with this group of kobolds that had been harassing the town and extorting them for various food and supplies. After approaching the kobold location, you ended up talking to the kobolds and convincing the 4 kobolds out front that being servants of a dragonborn was not their highest calling, and through self-betterment they should move on to greater things and become more. You caused them to have an existential crisis in doing so, and effectively left them alone outside. And going inside, you passed by another kobold guarding what appeared to be some sort of human or humanoid prisoner that they had. You went past deeper and then found the leader of the kobolds, a blue dragonborn named Bosk, who pretty cleanly rejected the entire notion of stopping his banditry. For whatever reason, he seems to be very against the idea of settling down and becoming a farmer, despite the party's best efforts to convince him otherwise. Being challenged to one-on-one combat, he ended up fighting Arishem for a time. Arishem doing quite well, honestly, way more than I expected, getting a little bit of help from his party members, before finally everyone jumping in, and at this point, we'll be starting the initiative from the top, and everyone will be involved, including the other kobolds. One thing I want to go ahead and mention for world building, in the world of Remnant, there are a type of creatures called Grimm. They are fairly well known, seem to be almost alterations of other more normal types of creatures. One of the very well-known ones in the area of Vale, a different continent that all of you would know of, is something called Beowulfs. Semi-bipedal, wolf-like creatures with black fur, bits of bone coming out of them in various locations, and this bony mask with almost like red dye atop it. Ever since magic began to slowly seem to almost disappear from the world after the calamity, it seems that the population of Grimm has increased, seemingly, with more and more attacks being the case, and magic being less and less useful to fend them off. And with that, if everyone's ready, I think we'll go ahead and jump back into combat. First up will be Bosk, as he managed to get the highest initiative. He will look down at the small cat in front of him And what are you supposed to be? And is going to make a hand axe attack recklessly and give himself advantage. He is anger. That was not supposed to happen. That was damage. I don't know why I damaged you. I'm going to roll the attack, and if it misses, then the damage won't count. Unfortunately for you, it does hit, and you end up taking 6 damage. As he brings this axe down upon you, you hold up your arm to try and block it, as the rest of you see a fairly thin, light green sheen appear around Thicket, as he blocks this attack with his aura, with the spiritual energy taking the hit, but the aura flickers as he defends against this attack, and that's going to be Bosk's turn. Kobold 16, which one are you?
Did he take damage by the fire?
Oh, he would take 1d6 damage from the fire. You're right. Nice catch. I had forgotten about the fire. Alright, he takes 4 damage as you see the cinders burning up around his feet and burning along his scales. Believe in your fantasy grounds. Come on. There you go. Let's see, Kobold 16 is going to move forward, leaping off of the log. He's going to jump towards Cedar and attempt to make a dagger attack. That misses as this kobold, this short, scaly creature, little more than 3 feet tall, runs up toward you, Cedar, and brings the dagger up. You easily pull down your shield, blocking the dagger entirely and pushing it to the side, knocking it back a step as it hisses toward you. It says something that you would not initially understand. Fairly quiet, so I don't believe you speak Draconic. And next, Kobold 22, 22 is going to step over and attack Doug. He will have advantage because you are within 5 feet of an ally of his. That does hit as this kobold comes up and jabs toward you, moving past your armor. Doesn't do much damage to you, but you feel your aura take a little bit of force as you manifest your aura around the edges of your armor, as the dagger slides into it and you push it back out. The third kobold is going to join up over here, moving around his friend, and is going to also attack Cedar. This time with advantage. Boop. Dagger. Gonna make sure that processes correctly. Cool. This one steps up, and as you're distracted by the other kobold, as this one runs around, it leans up and jabs toward the edge of where your armor meets your shoulder, cutting into part of your back. You manage to shrug off some of it using your aura, but some of it still manages to pierce through, dealing actual damage to you. And with that, it is your turn.
Oh, jeez.
I guess to describe that, you all would know that more powerful living creatures can manifest something called an aura, effectively spiritual energy that can act as armor, or even in some cases cause special effects through what are known as semblances, special powers that are unique to the individual.
Let me use my mace on the third kobold.
Kobold 3?
Yeah.
Nice. Go ahead and drag the mace attack onto him, or target him with, I believe, shift click? No, control click to target him, and then you can just double click to roll if you'd like. I tend to drag the roll unless I'm targeting multiple creatures, in which case I will actually target.
Did that work?
It did. Unfortunately, it misses. As you bring the mace down, it manages to duck out of the way. You're not used to fighting multiple smaller creatures around you as much, typically more on the hunting side of the forest where you lived. It swings by and it manages to just barely step out of the way. Anything else you'd like to do?
I would like to move away.
Okay. It is worth noting that if you move away, whenever you move out of a creature's reach, they have what's called an opportunity attack, where they can use their reaction to attempt to attack you. So if you were to move 5 feet away from both of these kobolds, each of them could make an attempt to attack you. The same goes otherwise. There is an action known as a disengage action that you can normally use as an action to make it where no one can use an opportunity attack against you during the game, or during that round.
Let me instead... Can I cure my wounds?
You can cast, let's see. Normally you would have to use an action to cast Cure Wounds, and since you already used your action to attack with a mace, you would not be able to. There is another spell called Healing Word that you don't have prepared, but is something that you can use as a bonus action.
Wait, so what can I do right now then?
Let's see, I'm not sure if you have any bonus actions.
Well, okay then.
Bless is an action. There's the spell Sanctuary, which is a bonus action where you ward a creature within range, which can be yourself, against any attack. Until the spell ends, any creature who targets the warded creature with an attack or a harmful spell must first make a Wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature must choose a new target or lose the attacker's spell. This spell does not protect the warded creature from area of effects, such as the explosion of a fireball. Basically, it's a temporary don't touch me spell, and that'll make any attacking creature have to make a save against it, or they will not be able to attack you.
Lord, that's what I need.
You want to cast it on yourself?
Yes, please. How do I do
Go
that?
So, since it's mostly narrative, you can go ahead and just have the effect target yourself.
Okay.
It's just a note Sanctuary, so we don't forget that it's on you. The effect does end if you attack or cast a spell that affects an enemy creature. But for just waiting till your next turn if you'd like, or waiting and then using a different spell on your next turn, you might be able to just keep up the Sanctuary for up to a minute. So you can drag where it says effect underneath Sanctuary, you can drag that onto your token.
I don't see that.
So where it says Sanctuary in the spells, there's the magnifying glass on the far right. Click that.
Oh, gotcha.
And it'll open the information about the spell. That's where you can drag the effect. Let's see, and your save DC is DC 13. Okay, Moretta, what would you like to do?
Well, I'm gonna move now. They all spread out so much. I was kind of hoping I could spot.
What was that?
I'm just counting myself. Here and give blank. They already are.
Though we don't normally use flanking rules in this campaign, at least not so far. Flanking isn't normally used in base 5e, and I don't usually
Good enough.
use it.
Good
At
enough.
least not so far. So if you'd like to move back, you can. Typically, I don't use flanking. I'll just go ahead and put you back here, and we'll let you decide where you want to go.
Had a plan,
Mm-hmm.
and then everybody moved, and my plan was wrong.
Yeah, that happens.
Okay, so all my big spells, I kind of screwed up by doing all my big spells as like an area instead of targeting one.
How big of an area? So I know you have Thunderwave. We talked about that one. But you could set in an area like this or over here, depending on where you were when you cast
Can you show me what a cone would look like? I want to see if I can do burning hands.
Let's see. Cone is, just by the way, Alt and left and right click. Burning hands is how big of a cone?
I think it's 30.
It's 15 there. You got it right.
Oh, okay, just kidding. Where did all my spells go? Oh, there. Yeah, it's a 15-foot cone.
Yeah, so it looks like from here you could get 2 of them, depending on which 2 you'd want. So, like, if you wanted both of them too.
I do want the big guy, though.
If you'll allow for a little bit of assistance, if she goes to the right side of Doug, she would be able to aim for Kobold 22, Bosk, and Kobold 16.
That's true. You could hit all 3, well, the thing is, if you do that, in order to hit Bosk as well, you'd also have to hit Thicket.
Yeah, I don't. That'd be mean.
So you want to do it right there and do Bosk and Kobold 22?
What if I did it right here?
And in which direction?
No.
Yeah, I don't know that being there would.
Alright. What if I did right there? Sorry, guys. I'm so sorry.
Hey, you're doing
Oh
spell
my
cast.
gosh. No matter what I do, I don't think I'm going to get burning hands off.
Yeah. Well, you can. I just don't think you'll hit more
Just
than
hit
2 people.
That's fine. I'll do it to where I hit Bosk and Kobold 22.
Okay, so moving here or somewhere else?
That's fine. Right there. As long
Alright.
as that just hits the 2 kobolds and nobody else, then I'm fine with that.
So go ahead and control click both of them, and then roll the save.
Okay.
Very
Why
nice.
is that?
That's telling you that you're targeting them and how far away they are.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And then you have a bunch of new spells in your sheet for some reason. I guess you were trying to edit something.
That was on accident.
That's okay. It happens. And then under Burning Hands, you should be able to open the save, opening with the magnifying glass. There's the save. You can double click on the save, and it will force them to make the save. Both of them fail, so they will both take full damage from this. And then you can go ahead and roll the damage.
Dang it! That was almost another 4.
I mean, either way, it works out, I think. Let's see. Did it not... Did you just, like the D6s, or did you roll it from your spell, by the way?
I rolled it. I just clicked the D6. I'm not
Okay,
supposed to.
so, I mean, if you double click on the spell one, it'll automatically apply the damage.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Mappy.
You're good. I've already gone ahead
I'm
and
old
done it.
and new. I'm old and new.
That's okay. I've gone ahead and applied it. So as you see Moretta step up, she shifts her hands around and whispers a magical incantation. As you see bits of fire gather between her hands as she shifts them forward, and then points both of her hands forward as bits of flame trigger off the edge of her fingers, and then expand into a cone of flame that bursts in front of her, engulfing both Bosk and the kobold. It also lights this log on fire, for the record. As this
Requesting
flame...
that my fire flame be purple, because the ring that I use for my fire spells is purple.
Yeah, sure. As this ring glows with the purplish color, the flames come out in purple, with the purples, blues, and pinks that expand forward. That the fire on the log does turn to a bit red as it becomes more natural, but the initial magical flame bursts in a purple color that crawls along both Bosk and this kobold. As it burns along them, you hear both of them scream out in pain. before seeing both Bosk and the kobold fall back. Both of them dead.
As a free action, Garand will say, Bosk, you fought with honor. Sorry that you couldn't stay one-on-one.
Let's see. Oh, there's a button to do all the save overlays. And because it was magical damage, neither of them are non-lethal. Both of them are dead. Is there anything else you'd like to do, Moretta?
That is it. I did what I came here to do. I wanted to get rid of Bosk, and I'm hoping now we can convince these kobolds that they don't have to keep attacking us.
Alright, and for Arashem's turn, Ethan is not here. What would y'all like him to do? What seems to be the most obvious thing for him to do? His
I feel
primary
like
weapon methods of attack are quarterstaff, sickle, and longbow.
I have no idea.
He can also shocking grasp, but that's a thing.
He seemed to favor his longbow, so maybe he would longbow shoot the one in the corner.
Alright, the more, the darker looking one with a bit of, with a strange set of wooden and leathery wings attached to his back. Attacking that one, let's see. Did it straight shot? It pretty much is, and so he's not going to have any cover or anything. That attack is a 18 that hits. Let me check the creature's armor class. So it does not exceed it by 5, so he does not get the rider effect from it. But he does still deal 1d10 plus 4 piercing damage, coming up to 9 piercing damage as you see Arashem lift up and shoot this fairly large arrow from his longbow that flies past Thicket and Doug, piercing into the a bit through the edge of his arm. He's still all right, but still carving through part of his arm, skidding along his shoulder, and actually tearing a bit of a hole through the wooden wings on his back. The kobold gasps in pain. I'll go for you first. And it is its turn. It is going to cast a spell, and it is going to target Arashem, Doug, and I'm gonna roll a die to see if he goes after Garand or Moretta. Odds are Moretta, evens are Garand, and let's see. Alright, and he's also going to target Garand. As you see this creature gather its own flames in its hand, that as he holds it split into 3 separate smaller spheres of flame, that he reaches forward and throws with his... moving his hands forward, the 3 bits of flame expand and then change into these almost arrow-like bolts of fire that slice toward each of you, and that is going to hit everyone. So you are all going to take 2d6 fire damage from the Scorching Ray.
Everyone or just those 3?
Just those 3. Let's see. So Arashem is now unconscious. Doug is also unconscious, and Garand is hurt and succeeded on his concentration check, so he did not drop his brine spell. You now have 2 people that are unconscious. And then he is going to move 5, 10, 15, 20. He's going to move further back into that cave over there. Alright. Doug, I need you to make a death saving throw. So in order to do that, you will go to your main page, and at the bottom it says death saves. You're going to click on the die underneath death saves.
The main page. can I do one of my hero points? To add? Since it's is it a saving throw?
So it'll be on your main page under Death Save at the bottom. You can click on that. What was your question?
Or my question was, I guess my question was, could I use a hero point on the
Yes.
saving throw?
You can use a hero point because it is technically a saving throw. So you can click that off, go ahead and roll a d4 into the chat, and then drag that number into your modifier. Okay, did you want to use the hero point? You did succeed anyway, so you will pass. In the future, though, hero points are supposed to be... They are marked off before you actually roll. So, okay, you did mark it off. Cool. But you succeeded on your saving throw. Garand. And you had a question in the chat to do. Yes. Someone would have disadvantage on attacking you in melee if they were making a ranged weapon attack against you, but just being within 5 feet of you would not give them disadvantage, I don't believe.
Okay, so it's different for spells. Okay, gotcha.
Well, what do you mean?
Well, you said ranged weapon attack, so that means the ranged spell attack.
I think it's just
wouldn't
any. I think it's any ranged attack, but I could be wrong. But I don't think I am.
Okay, well, we'll settle it later. It's not huge important. All right, now, I would like to use my bonus action then to move my brine. The seawater washes down along the ground and covers up the one in front of me as I draw my dagger and attempt to stab him mightily.
All right. Go ahead and make the attack.
Should I click on him first and then roll? Is that how it works?
So typically you can control and click on someone, and it'll automatically shift the your target over to them, so that you can just roll and it'll automatically attack them specifically, or you can just drag the dice onto them. It doesn't look like you target them. You do have to control click on them, and then it will target. But that, I believe, will hit. Okay. Yep, so you don't have to control double click. It's just a single click will do it. I'll drag that damage onto him. You only have to do it once. Who is that? Is that Kobold 3?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not sure why control didn't work there.
Did you double click it?
I did not double control, but maybe, I don't know. Maybe I pressed it wrong. I don't know. I'll keep trying
about it. Hey, it's fine. As you strike into it, you bring your dagger down against as this bluish seawater, almost like seawater foam or mist, gathers around your knife and where you're plunging it in. As it looks up at you and tries to move, you bring it down, cutting into the front of its chest. Pulling the knife down, it falls beneath you as it dies effectively instantly from the attack. As the rest of you would see a little bit of... It immediately soaks up into the sand, but this almost seawater come from where the dagger plunged into the kobold.
I'll say, you're lucky that your friend was here to take that hit for you. You see, you hurt me, and that's not all right.
Saying that to the one that moved away.
Yeah, I'm kind of calling across the room for him.
All right. Thicket, what would you like to do?
So, Doug and Arsham are the ones dying right now, right?
Yep, they're both dead.
Okay. I don't know if this all can be done in one turn, but I would like to go over to Doug and cast Goodberry and try and force feed him one of the good berries.
Let's see. Let me check Goodberry real quick, because I do think there is a stipulation about whether or not an unconscious creature can actually use it.
I don't think it says anything.
So it specifically mentions a creature can use its action to eat one berry. Eating a berry restores 1 hit point, and the berry provides enough nourishment to sustain a creature for the day. I will allow you to use Goodberry to feed it to him, or use an action to feed it to him, but it has to be a different action from the one casting. So you could cast it this round, and then you could feed him next round, effectively. Or have someone else feed him the berry.
Can I give some of the good berries to Moretta? I want to ask her if she can feed them to Arisham while I try and feed some to Doug. So I know it can't be this round.
Yeah, you could use your action to hand off a few berries to her. How many berries are you making, and how many are you giving to Moretta?
It should make 10, so I'll give 5 to Moretta.
You see Thicket hands you 5 berries, and what is it that you tell her to do with them?
I say, give these to Arsham.
And then Thicket moves over and seems to be trying to open Doug's mouth. Anything else you want to do with your bonus action or anything?
That's it.
Bob the test dummy, thanks, you're all doing a great job. Let's see, that kobold... Oh, it tried to roll Bosk recharging his breath weapon, but he's dead. This kobold looks around, and it is going to make a wisdom saving throw. He's not very smart. He's going to try and stab Cedar again. And he's going to miss. As you see this kobold continue to try to stab at you, hurting a little bit from the other one, stabbing up into part of your shoulder, you easily just push this kobold away. It's fairly weak, as you can tell. These things are not terribly strong, either as fighters or physically. And that is going to be its turn as it thrashes about. And Cedar, is your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna cure wounds this time.
Okay. So Cure Wounds, you should be able to either target yourself and drag onto it, or target yourself and cast it, or just drag it onto yourself. Oh, and good point. The kobold would have had to make a wisdom saving throw to even attack you. So I guess it failed to attack you entirely, as the magical effect kept it focused elsewhere.
Did I do it?
Your Cure Wounds?
Yeah.
It doesn't seem so on my side. You drag the where it says heal under the under the magnifying glass. Drag that onto your token, or onto yourself on the combat tracker.
Did that do it?
Nice. Yeah, that worked.
Okay.
As you reach up your hand, and a glimmer of magical energy stitches together the bit of wound under your shoulder and actually restores a significant portion of your aura.
Yay.
So you feel instantly rejuvenated. And don't think you have any other bonus actions you want to do. You're still under the effect of Sanctuary. So would you like to move or anything?
No.
Okay. Moretta, it is your turn. You've cooked
Right.
two lizard-like creatures alive in front of you. There's a burning log off the other side of the room that is releasing smoke. And there is a sorceress little kobold that's stepped off into another room.
And you now have 5 berries.
You now have 5 good berries, which you can feed to a creature to give them what hit point? Ooh.
All right. I'm just gonna open up his mouth and shove all the berries in there and make the chewing motion with it. And then I'm gonna massage his throat a little bit. And I'm gonna sing to him while I do it.
Let me see. Go ahead
What a
and-
mom.
What a mom indeed. Just want to go ahead and check. So, just to be clear, a good berry. I'll allow in this case because it's funny that you shove all the berries into his mouth at once. Huh? As he wakes up. He's no longer unconscious. Alright, anything else you want to do? You have a bonus action and you have 20 feet of movement left.
Wait, I have a bonus action? What's my bonus? Oh.
I mean, if you have anything to use from it. I don't know if you do have anything you can use for bonus
I don't think
action.
I have any bonus action, so.
That's fair.
I'm just gonna keep singing to him.
Are you singing to him in Elvish?
You know what? I was thinking about that because I have like all these.
You also have Draconic and Sylvan.
Oh
You could
boy,
be-
I'm gonna start singing to him in Draconic just to irritate our little friend over there.
Yeah, you all would see as Beretta begins singing the same, somewhat guttural, fairly hard consonant. It's kind of weird, mixing the fairly light-toned voice with the fairly brusque language. As it works out, and it sounds good, but it's a bit surprising hearing the connection between the Draconic and the actual vocal pattern. And does Arashim understand you? Does he speak it? He does not understand you. Nope. So he looks up at you a bit wide-eyed as you start singing to him in the language of dragons. And now Arashem's turn. He is going to stand up from prone, because he does not want to stay lying on the ground. Pick his bow back up, and I know there's a way. There we go. Going to move. Not going to stand at the burning log, because that's how you get burned, by a log. Gonna run over here, pull the bow back, and make a weapon attack. Yeah. Oh, I don't want to move his page. I want to. Oh, it also looks like Stream was trying to keep watch over on Bob. I don't know why it automatically moved to Bob, but it did. I'll back over to here. Sorry, I'll miss the drama.
Bob's the star of the show.
Bob is the star of the show, it's true. Alright, speaking of stars of shows, that did actually hit, so go ahead and roll more piercing damage. And so far, Arasham is the only person who's actually attacked or damaged this creature, as another arrow cuts into it, actually piercing through part of its leg, and you hear it scream in pain as the arrow cuts into it. It looks forward, looks around, and it is going to cast a different spell. As you see, it actually, as some of you would be able to tell, it casts something as it moves its hands actually along its body, as you see a shimmery red gleam appear specifically around its legs. And then it is going to... what's its best pathway here? So it's going to start by... what is your movement speed? 30 feet. It's going to start by moving... 30 feet to there. And then it's going to try and run this way. You would get an opportunity at that attack if you'd like to make it thicket.
Sure. I use my scimitar.
All right, go ahead and make the attack against it.
Let's see.
As this creature appears to be fleeing. As seemingly enhanced by the magic it cast, it begins to dash around and actually leaps over the burning log entirely. And stepping forward, you swing your scimitar by as scimitar at it as it moves by.
Did I click the roll?
It doesn't look like it.
Okay. There it is.
Unfortunately, that misses as it runs by. You're a bit too late realizing it after, as you try and stuff the berries into Doug's mouth. You swing it wildly as it runs by, but it moves right past you. And then it is going to... No, I don't want to draw. Stop. Bad. Go away. Back to pointer. Oh. There we go. He's going to move 30 feet over here, provoking opportunity attacks from both Moretta and Garand, if either of you would like to take them.
Oh, I would love to take.
Go. What weapon are you using?
Oh, okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I just keep flip-flopping.
So Garan, the extra 4 hit points would not apply, so you would only deal 5 damage. Because it is not affected by your brine.
That's actually a crit, so they didn't roll the d6.
Oh, did it not roll the brine? Oh yeah, no, that was just a crit. Alright. Yeah, in that case, Moretta, if you want to roll just in case you knocked it out before it ever got to him. I'm going to take that as a no. You did not hit it as you roll a 1. You hastily pull out your short sword that you never really use. It's just kind of there. You swing wildly as it moves by, but miss it entirely. And as it runs by Garand, he shifts, steps back around, and as it steps by you, you plunge your dagger into its neck and step down, dragging it to the ground. The wooden wings behind it breaking on the floor. As it is dead.
I
And
tried to
now-
warn you. I don't know why you didn't listen.
Doug, I need you to roll another death save.
I couldn't use the second wind in response.
Not while you're
to,
unconscious.
I meant like before. Like it
What
has
was
to
that?
be my turn. So like how Gron used like concentration, I can't use my second wind ability before it hits. Right, it's on my turn.
No, if you're unconscious, you can't use any actions or bonus actions.
I meant before I received. Like it would have
Sorry,
to be
you're a little bit hard to hear. What?
It would have to be on my turn, right? Like, since he attacked before it was my turn, I couldn't use it.
Use second wind?
Yeah, as a response.
No, second wind is a bonus action to heal yourself.
Okay.
Another success. You are doing all right. If you get one more success, then you will be unconscious for a few hours, but then you'll wake up. Or they can try and heal you. Garand, it is your turn as the unidentified creature is killed.
Forgive me, I'm trying to look up my spell slots. I think I have 1, but it might be 2.
At your level, it should just be 1, I believe, for Warlock at first level.
That is what I was afraid of, so the brine continues. At which point, in order to rescue...
You've also already
Excuse me,
used both
excuse
of
me.
your healing lights. So I'm going to go ahead and mark those off.
Oh, okay. I had only marked 1. Thank you for that. Okay.
Yeah, we used them on Arashem during the duel.
All right. Well, with that in mind, I will then move the brine
Hello,
over
Ethan.
to the last one, and so the water will just go down from the one that had fallen to his neighbor, and I will then move around in order to blast him with an Eldritch Blast.
Alright, so you're just going to try and attack him from there with Eldritch Blast, or you said you were moving to a different spot? You're moving over there. You step by.
Now, I'm looking to try to roll my Eldritch Blast. Do I just click the red dragon next to it?
No. So Eldritch Blast, you click on the magnifying glass next to the red dragon, and it'll show you a ranged and then a 1d10 force. You'll drag the ranged +7 onto the kobold. And then also and then if it hits, you'll drag the force. Is there a reason you don't have Brine up? Should still be in effect. You succeeded on your save. I'll go ahead and just apply that to you again. I assume you're going to use the bonus action to move it over. Is that right?
Yes, you assumed correctly. I'm sorry. I thought I had said that with the water. I apologize.
You might have. I just didn't see it on your sheet. Or on your character. As you step forward, as you run around, get a good eye for it. As you pull up the dagger, and using your incantation, you move to send this burst of seawater and lightning toward it. But as you do, you actually trip on a bit of the firewood, and the shot goes wide and slams into the wall behind it, actually causing a bit of debris and sand to break off of this wall over here.
Delightful. Excuse me, I meant to do that. I'm sorry. I thought I saw a spider up there. I didn't want any poison.
Take it.
I'm trying to feed one of these berries to Doug.
Go ahead and use an action, and you can feed him a berry.
All right.
You're on. You're mildly persuasive, but you're not sure if everyone believes you.
That was the plan.
All right. Doug is no longer unconscious. As Doug, you wake up as this. Once again, the weirdness of the situation, as this cat is feeding you a magical berry, you feel it move down your throat, and your eyes open up as you feel slightly more filled. And
Did you get bigger?
Hi.
and Bosk is dead. I don't know why it keeps trying to give his breath weapon back, which I'm just gonna go ahead and delete him. He doesn't need to be on here anymore. He's dead. And the kobold is going to make an intelligence check. And it rolled a 1. So it's gonna attack Cedar again. It doesn't learn. As this kobold moves forward and tries once again and misses once again to stab Cedar, as you easily continue. At this point, as it tries to stab into you, you just pull your shield back and just grab it with your shield hand, letting your shield hang off your arm from the strap as you just grab its hand and just hold its hand in place with the dagger. It is your turn, Cedar.
Let's see. Can I use a Sacred Flame on him?
Yeah, you could cast Sacred Flame on him.
Here we
So-
go.
Sacred Flame. You can open the magnifying glass, and then there should be a save, DC 13, and you'll drag that onto him. And if he fails, then you'll drag the radiant damage on him as well. He fails, so you can drag the radiant damage on him. As you holding him in his hand, you push him off with your hand and direct your mace toward him. As you all see this fairly bright green light envelop the kobold, and you can see it actually burning across part of his skin, almost like a intense and very fast sunburn, as it screams in pain from the radiant fire. But then the fire dies down, and it is still alive, but it is very hurt. Beretta?
Alrighty.
You get up close to the burning log.
I didn't mean
And
to move
also
that
fire.
far. I didn't mean
You
to
get
move
slightly
that far.
further. You get further away from the burning log.
Too far. Too far.
Too far. Too far.
And-
Too much fire.
I am just gonna grab him by the neck and cast shocking.
All right. Go ahead and make the shock and grasp attack. That hits, so go ahead and drag the damage onto the kobold.
Okay, how do I do?
So
I forgot.
just left
Sorry.
click, drag, and drop it on his token.
Left click.
Yep, left click
What
where
am
it
I
says
left
1D.
clicking?
Well, hold down left click.
Oh, 1D lightning. Okay, so I take.
Yep, drag that onto him and then let go. So, click and hold
Sorry,
down.
guys. Sorry,
Move it.
anybody that's watching this.
It's okay.
I'm special.
Doing great. And plus, I don't think very many people are watching it right now. If there
No,
are two
but if
people, one of them is me.
Oh, what? Oh, what? I didn't put it on him. Oh,
That's okay.
Oh, wait.
I will
I
drag
can.
it.
There we go. Did I do it?
Nice job. That works. Very good. All right. So this, as you reach out and grab by the neck, there is a pulse of energy. Do you have a corresponding ring for lightning?
Yes, that is my black and white ring.
As you see this black and white opal-like ring glow a bit as this bluish energy pierces out from her hand and cascades down the kobold, shocking it, where it goes limp and falls from your hand as it dies. We are effectively out of combat. As you all take a breath, fire building up a little bit on the log. It doesn't look like it'll spread because there isn't much of anything for it to spread to in here, but there is a bit of smoke building up.
As I casually get up off the ground, can I search Boston's pockets or anything?
All right, you go up to Bosk. Let me check if he does have anything.
I'm like worriedly hovering around Doug, being like, "Are you okay?"
He doesn't have much of anything of value on him, it seems. He is wearing hide armor, and he does have one hand axe on him, and the other one is over here on the ground. That feel good? That feel good, Ethan?
You
Ethan?
said he has hide armor?
Yes.
Hello. Oh,
Hello,
you guys
there
couldn't
you
hear me
go.
this entire
Now
time.
we can hear you.
Nope, we couldn't. I just assumed you were being quiet when you showed up. Hi.
Hello.
Yeah, so
Hi.
he's
And yes,
wearing
that's okay.
partially damaged hide armor, which in terms of base D&D is base AC of 12, and then up to your up to a dex bonus of +2, so up to
Yeah.
14 total.
I didn't think it would be worth it.
Okay, what are we still doing standing around here? We need to get out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, let's I guess start heading out.
You do see over in the south western corner, there is what appears to be a bed and a small chest. In the southeast, you would have seen, kind of as you walked in, for those of you who had light, I'm going to go ahead and unlock your tokens, let you move around. But you would see there is what appears to be supplies down there.
I'm gonna look at the supplies.
All right.
Does the chest look like it's trapped?
Cool. So we will go with the south. That would be southwest annex first with the storage room. You would see it's various amounts of. You see the 3 barrels are full of water. There are multiple different bags of various kinds of food. 3 lengths of 50-foot hemp rope, 4 blankets, 2 hunting traps, a short bow, a quiver with 20 arrows, 2 flasks of oil, a copper chalice with silver filigree on it, and what you all see is a gold locket with a painted portrait.
What's on the portrait?
Looking at the portrait, it appears that the portrait contains a picture of a young elven woman.
Okay, I'm gonna take the locket, the rope.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and drag these into the party sheet on the inventory part, and then let y'all claim it from there. So, I don't think we've touched on it yet. In the top right, one of the tool tabs is the party sheet. On there, you can see some information about each other. You can also go to the inventory, where I can drag individual parcels, which allows you to take and claim individual items, pulling them into your inventory from there. You can also use it to move inventory items back and forth between you.
Oh, dang.
So you can claim things from there. There's also an order, which we used for the marching order. You can also use it for watches. If you want to drag an entire stack, you can shift drag.
Thank you.
Yep, that helps. There's also an experience points thing, but we haven't got to the point where y'all, need to know what about that yet.
I'm also taking the hunting traps. Do I have a longbow or a short bow?
You have a longbow.
Let's
but the
see,
arrows will work with either one.
Yeah.
To the south east corner, you see a fairly simple just bedroll, and it appears that the chest is locked. You said you were going to see if it's trapped?
Yeah, does it look like there's anything around it as I approach first?
Hold on, I'm getting a call.
Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Yeah, I'm
Did I not
definitely
make
good at these for sure. I'm gonna use a hero point.
All right, go ahead.
How do I add that?
Roll a d4 and then drag that into the modifier window beneath the chat window.
Okay, and then where's the modifier thing?
The modifier is beneath the chat window to the left, next to where it says ADV, dis, +2, +5, and -2, -5. You'll drag it to there.
Ah.
Oh, this is some intense searching music. I'm gonna switch it back to a more slightly casual playlist.
One more time for the old people. How do I get rash? I wanted to take a couple rash.
So you can drag for individual ones, like dragging one at a time, or you can shift to drag an entire stack. So if you just wanted to take some of the food, you can drag individual rations, or you can just edit down those and edit your own.
Where do I drag them?
You would drag them into your inventory on your sheet.
Our fearless leader may have crashed.
Who may have crashed?
The butt.
Oh, the music just stopped. Okay.
Oh, no, yeah, I stopped it. I was turning on different music.
I rolled a 17.
17. Pretty great investigation. You can tell pretty easily that there are no traps. on this wooden chest. You check gently around. There's nothing connected to the back of it, the side of it, and looking around the mechanism, there's nothing set to go off.
Okay. Can I try and open it?
It is locked.
Should I try and use my claws?
You want to attack the lock?
I'm gonna try and see if I could use my claws to lockpick it.
To lockpick it or to attack it?
To lockpick it.
Go ahead and make me a straight dexterity check.
Okay.
Hey, Mike, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
If we have stuff in the party sheet, we can just, give that out as needed, right?
Yes, it will stay there until either y'all decide you're going to take everything, or I will destroy anything that's still there when y'all leave the room.
Okay.
And
So
were
then-
you taking rations, Merida?
I think we should split the rations.
I think so too. I just wanted to take a couple of rations. Did I take all of them?
It doesn't look like you've taken any.
Weird, because it actually says I have 40 rations in my inventory. now.
That is the weight that you changed, not the amount.
I
the
need
amount
to
is on the
change
far
that.
left.
I rolled a 15.
You rolled a 15. So you don't break your nail or anything, but as you do try and use your claws, you find that it is too complicated for you to use something that is not intended as a tool.
Okay.
As you try
Now
and do
I'm
this.
Now
does
I'm gonna
hurt.
try and attack it.
Now you're going to try to attack it? Alright, roll the attack.
Yeah.
Claws.
Do I have to roll to hit or just do the
You
damage?
do have to roll the hit to see if you can actually properly strike it or if you clink off of it with your claws. So given it time, you can break it. As you try and slash into it, it appears that whatever metal it's made out of is fairly resilient.
Darn.
You
Am I
have
allowed to keep trying?
You can say if you'd like to use a certain amount of time, you can spend time trying to do it, but it will take a period of time in order for you to do it. How long are you willing to spend on trying to break it open with your claws?
I'm gonna try one more time.
Okay. If you're just trying to more, then you would not be able to properly break it open with your claws at that point. Trying again, it still is a bit too much for you to take. You swipe at it again, and you do scratch it a bit, but it does not break open.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna give up.
There are other people you can ask for help, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over to them. I don't know. Is Doug right there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Doug, can you open this? It's not working.
Do I have to roll?
What are you trying to do to open it?
Well, I mean, I could do, since I didn't really do much combat, I could be hungry and use my hungry jaws and bite action.
Pretty sure you can use your bite action regardless. Hungry Jaws just lets you bite as a bonus action and get hit points back from it. It's just a bonus thing you can do, but you can use a regular bite attack if you'd like.
Yeah, let's try to.
You don't have to expend the consumption side of it.
Yeah, let's try to open it with my teeth.
All right, go ahead and make the attack using your bite.
Hey. Oh, did it not? There it goes.
Why do you have disadvantage?
I don't know. You want me to just do it one more time?
Oh, it's because it still thinks you're prone. Yeah, just roll it again. You stood up. I've decided. And if you wanted a second win now, you could. Even if it's not in combat. Trying, it takes you a minute of digging into it, but you're still not having a lot of luck trying to bite into this thing. It seems to be made of a fairly resilient, probably iron, that is not taking much of the damage from these on tooth-based attacks.
See, I'm just gonna go ahead and do second wind.
Go for it.
I'm gonna go get Garon to try and open it. Garon, we found a chest.
Oh, that's delightful. Would you like me to carry it, or have
I
you already?
can't get it open.
Oh dear. Well, I mean, I'll give it the old college try, of course. Allow me to head that way then.
And what would you like to do to try and open this? Moretta, you begin to feel a bit warm standing by the fire. And bigger fire. What would you like to do to open it, Gron?
If possible, I would like to lightning lure upon the lock mechanism.
So you want to try and... Okay. Interesting. Let's
Hoping that the lightning will melt it or electrocute it to pop open or something of that nature.
Go ahead and make an Arcana check, or make a just a straight charisma check to see how well you can manipulate the effect of the spell. Having fun running around, Darasham?
Yes. Just schmoovin'.
You did see
Nice.
another, as you walked the other way, you did see there is another portcullis to the north side of the cave. With that straight charisma check, you could cast it. It would work. You would have to cast a couple of times the lightning lure progressively on the lock, which does manage to effectively melt the bolts out that's actually holding the lock to the wood. And you're able to open the lid.
All right, while doing so, I'm going to actually be singing a sea shanty.
Okay, are you actually going to sing a sea shanty, or just we're gonna decide you're singing a sea shanty?
I haven't written any yet, so, and again, my allergies, but...
Another time then.
No. Allow me to try to improvise.
Okay.
There once was a store that I could not see. I went outside to look for me. What might be the clouds above? To open up the door to find my love. There she was, looking at me. And now I'm here, singing ooh-wee. Let's go ahead and welcome her in. Everything we need now, let's begin. Oh, here we go. Something like that.
Nice. You spend a minute saying that as y'all see progressive bits of lightning cascade from his fingers as his the arcane glyphs tattooed across him glow as progressively this metal melts.
Like it is very softly clapping since paws aren't very good at clapping.
That's fair. Looking inside, you see this box has a series of different gems. It has what appears to be a single scroll case and a set of traveler's clothes. There's also a bit of money stacked up inside as well.
I will start parsing the items out, not trying to cover or hide anything. If anything, I'm probably making it more obvious that I'm not trying to hide anything, so it might look a little odd. But once the money comes, I will set it to the side and begin counting it so that I can split it up amongst the party later.
Alright, you would find that has 50 gold pieces, 160 silver pieces, and 830 copper pieces, which the game does have a built-in thing, so we will be able to automatically divvy that up, unless y'all want to change up how things.
Can I see what the scroll says?
So, opening the scroll case, and I'll go ahead and drag the parcel. So you can actually see the different gemstones as well, which contain 2 black hematite, 1 pink moss agate, a lapis lazuli, and a shard of obsidian. Looking at, you find that inside of the scroll case are 2 scrolls. A fairly fine scroll, 2 fairly fine scrolls.
Nice. Do they say anything?
Looking inside, it's hard to tell exactly what they are. They appear to be, in some way, magical. They have various glyphs upon them. And you being... you would recognize one that you'd be able to cast as the spell Detect Poison and Disease.
Nice.
Yeah, you can go ahead and divvy it up because that's exactly what Garam would do. He would separate it for everyone. So
I'm gonna go bring it by the fireplace to
Okay,
show
there are 2
everyone.
gold pieces, 4 silver pieces, and 2 copper pieces left over. But everyone will receive 138 copper pieces, 8 gold pieces, and 26 silver pieces.
Can you write that down? So
that was much faster than I could write it down myself.
Yeah, it distributed it. Everyone got 138 copper,
Oh,
8 gold,
already in there.
26 silver. Yep, that's
Okay.
why I love the party sheet. Is I can press a button and now the gold is spread up among y'all. For
that's
the
what
2
I
of you on the log, it is burning.
Well, I'm
Who's
just
on the log?
scouring for,
What log? We were
remains.
never sitting on the log.
That log.
Yeah, I'm just scouring for remains.
Looking through, it doesn't appear that any of the kobolds had anything of value. And you would see Garon to bring over a small crate full of various little objects. Cedar, Moretta, are y'all doing anything during this time?
Just having a good old time.
All right. Is anyone, and I can go ahead and I can just remove things from the parcel, or I can let y'all do it, and then whenever y'all leave, I'll just remove whatever's left.
Yeah. How do we check our carry capacity? Like how much we can carry?
It should be in your inventory. At the bottom, it shows your current and then your maximum, as well as your lift, push, and drag.
Okay.
So, for example, Doug is carrying 107 pounds worth of stuff and can carry up to 240 pounds before he gets encumbered.
And I'm already encumbered. Okay. How do I?
Why is my
Really?
stuff so heavy?
Why
Yeah,
is
I'm at
stuff so heavy?
216 out of 180.
Dang, so you're already encumbered.
Oh wait, no, never mind.
You can put
I'm
stuff
actually
on the
not
party sheet.
carrying very much. I was looking at the wrong thing.
You've got a bunch of heavy
Oh.
stuff, it seems. Like hempen rope.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
if our mighty strong man is willing to carry much of it, that will assist us in the meantime. However, I think our first priority is, if we are able to find magic items of any form or nature, I think our best investment is 2 bags of holding to carry any additional things that we find along our way.
Yeah, you would have, especially as a bard, you would have heard occasionally, as magical items are mostly from the era of pre-calamity. There are not nearly as many made after the calamity, when magic has been dwindling. But you have heard of bags that while normal on the outside, do contain a very, very large amount can carry a large amount of objects. You
Is
don't know
the
exactly where
party
to get
sheet
more.
different from our inventory?
Yes, the party sheet is up in the top right, where the party sheet is. There's main, which lets you see, I believe, each other's HP and everything, as well as some of your different ability scores. Your inventory, and then the order, which includes the watch order as well as the formation. There's also an XP tab where I will progressively add XP, and then at the end of a session, or long rest, whichever way I decided, we stopped mid combat. I speak words last time, so we'll add those at the end of this session for the experience, and then potentially leveling up at the end of long rests.
If something's in the party sheet but not in anyone's inventory, does that mean that we still have it or no?
Until you leave the room, or until
How do
you
we
leave
put
the
it in your
location,
inventory?
You should be able to drag the red
28.
dragon on the far right and drag it onto your inventory.
Okay. I was like trying to drag it, but I didn't know where to click first.
Yeah, you
I'm
drag it
taking
using
the
the
scroll
dragon
just so that we don't leave it.
head. And there is another fine scroll that you do not know how to read. Another
Yes.
person might, but you don't.
I will make sure we take that too.
Only of I can carry some of the items, but some of this might just have to be left behind, and we might have to go get a cart for later.
I'm gonna take as many of these rations as we can carry. I can distribute whatever we need to. I'll just take as many as I can carry. So,
And then I guess while y'all are deciding that, I realize we need to take some sort of souvenir back saying that we got rid of the problem. So can
I think-
I begrudgingly take or cut off Boss's head as I like murmur, like angrily?
You can. It would take a minute. It's not the easiest process, nor is it particularly easy process to watch. But you do end up successfully cutting off his head.
I think taking the painting back might be enough.
This is personal.
I just hand him another good berry and walk away.
If nobody is opposed to it, I'll take over any leftover coins, and I will help to pay for something, should someone need a little bit of assistance.
I'm fine with that.
Okay. Is anyone taking anything else left in the party inventory?
So I can,
I'm definitely refilling my water skin if I.
Yeah, you can refill your water
make sure
skin. It is worth noting the barrels of water are barrels of water. There are 70 pounds of these. They're not easy to carry on your own. They're also very bulky.
I dragged the money over, but it didn't seem to take any away, so just a heads up.
Okay, I'll go ahead and I'll just clear it from up there.
I mean, I can carry something. For some reason, I can't move it over anything.
You drag from the dragon.
From the dragon?
The little red icon.
Yeah. I don't think it has the same effect for coins, though. Coins are a bit weird.
So I can take
Alright.
the barrel of water?
You could if you wanted to. It's 70 pounds, but you could try and carry it.
I mean, I can carry one of them.
And it will be bulky. You would have to set it down for combat because it's huge. These are full barrels. What would y'all like to do next? As you take a breath, the room is getting a bit smoky, but it looks like whoever designed this cave the first time did design, and part of the reason why this hole appears to be here is that most of the smoke is traveling along the ceiling through that hole toward the front entrance.
And I take some of the water from the barrels using shape water to put out the log that's on fire.
Yeah, you can easily lift up the water and take the water, pull it over, and then just effectively immerse the log in water in sections as you just move the shape water across it.
If possible, I'd recommend that some of you guys take some of these rations that are left in these storage areas.
Yep, there is 9 rations worth of food.
I'll take them. I just have I just really, not lying, have yet to get it to go over. Can you?
Cool, I will. There you go.
Yeah, because I currently cannot carry anything else.
You're overloaded, my friend.
I was going to say, we might as well just eat the leftover rations that are there, and then that way we don't use any that we're already carrying, and then we'll be good for the rest of the day.
I also have these berries.
I believe
there's
those
not
last.
many left.
I believe you could store them.
They last up to 24 hours. You have 4
So we
berries
could use
They'll
them
be good
tomorrow.
for the morning, but there's
Right,
only
exactly.
4 left.
I've also got 41 rations.
And Doug
so-
has 1, so I have 3.
Well, I did pick up the short bow so that we might be able to sell it, unless anyone else in the party wants it.
No, I'm good. I've got a longbow.
Can I get the rope? How do I? So I hit the dragon. Oh, never mind. It took it away. No, it didn't. It put it back.
You took the quiver.
I took the quiver, actually.
You have to drag the dragon symbol onto your inventory.
Okay.
Here you go.
There we go.
Just like that. Alright, is anyone taking anything else?
I'm good.
Alright, I will go ahead and remove those from the party sheet then. I'll take a breath. Look at the unfortunate death of the kobolds around you. And whatever you'd like to do next. The floor is yours. Actually,
I'm gonna
now
start
is a
heading
good
out.
time, and it's 9:10. Do we want to go ahead and take a 10 to 15 minute break before we continue?
Sounds
Great
good.
plan.
Nice.
Hello, chat. I did see there was one person in the chat. Who was it?
Oh, delightful.
Oh, there are 2 people in the chat now. I don't know who they are, but hello. Hello, chat people. How are you? Hope you're enjoying. I know I am. It's a chill time.
Welcome to break. The most important point. Now you can ask all your questions, right?
That's true. Now, if you have any questions, feel free to ask him and all that jazz. And the party will do whatever the party decides to do. It's funny, Garon, you have the short bow, but you have no arrows because all of the arrows were taken by Orisham. He was like,
I
no.
can give you some arrows if you want.
Oh, I was going to ask because like one of my abilities, like between rests, is to like craft things.
Yeah.
It says that I need a dagger of some sort or like a arson tools.
Yeah.
In my inventory,
For a second, I accidentally gave Orisham 378,000 ammo, and that almost crashed my game.
Oh no.
But we're good now. Yeah, what was that about the dagger?
Infinite ammo.
Infinite
so,
ammo.
like I
Gatling
can
bow.
move. I can make a shield, a club, a javelin. I can make darts or blowgun needles. Does anybody need any of those?
Wait, say that again?
So I can, if somebody gives me a dagger, I can make a shield, a club, a javelin, darts, or blowgun needles.
Let me see how many daggers I have.
I don't have any daggers,
One.
I don't
I have
think.
1 dagger. You can have my dagger.
Wait, thanks. Does anybody need me to make them something?
By the way, an easy way to transfer things over is you can drag an item from your inventory to the party sheet, and then they can drag it out of the party sheet to their inventory. Let's turn off the kind of spooky, tense music. I think we're chill. Cool down.
A lot of the FF10 music is real chill.
Good to know. I did not want the combat playlist. Stop. Go
Uh-oh,
away.
we're in combat.
I mean, we can be, but we aren't.
I thought you were about to say we can be, if you want to.
If you want to, yeah. I mean, we can always just start combat. hope stream can hear this. No, such is life if it doesn't. Yeah, so Ethan, I mentioned earlier, one of the things that I did yesterday, I had a day to chill, and I'd never seen basically any of the X-Men movies, so I binge watched the entire main 3.
Nice.
The second one is the best one.
Oh,
Been a
Ethan,
while since.
one of the things you missed while you were gone, Archon went down for a hot sec.
Oh,
And
And
then
so
woke up to
Moretta force fed him some good berries while singing him a song in Draconic.
Draconic.
it's fun. It must have hit my head really hard because I don't remember that.
It
Darn.
was all a dream.
Session highlights is for like, oh, this part of the session, not just for random talking.
Stop talking in session highlights.
Like, guys, this is for, oh, this thing happened, or here's a clip from the thing that I thought was funny.
Everyone's all like, this is the last chat we talked in.
Yeah, it's like someone posted something here. Doesn't matter if what I have to say is connected. Ah, that's okay. I forgive you. You have forgive. Oh, but. You have forgiveness. Good job on that combat, guys. That was actually a pretty difficult combat. Just to give context, it would have been even harder if you fought them all at once. Instead of staggering out a little bit. But yeah, that was a CR4 fight.
Nice.
It's a good job. Well done.
Good job, guys.
We're the best.
Oh, did very well.
I feel like one of us would have died if we fought them all at once.
Maybe. Kobolds are the type of creatures that tend to last one round at most. Because I think their max HP is like 10. So they're usually pretty easy to take out and move on from.
You know, it's a shame we didn't save them.
Yeah.
Well, there's some
Yes.
at the door.
It's true, there are some at the door that you know there's at least one other guarding a prisoner, and you haven't been to the other part of the compound yet. Who knows? There
Was
might
one
be more.
guarding a prisoner?
Yeah, y'all walked by it when you headed from the front.
I do not remember that.
Y'all walked right by two kobolds chilling in front of a portcullis with a man of some kind, or a figure laying in the cell behind them, behind the portcullis.
Don't remember that at all.
If we have enough healing magic between us, I'm willing to keep going. In the
I
meantime,
have no spells and 4 good berries.
is there a rat or a spider or something that I can keep in my pocket nearby?
I mean, the answer is no. There are no rats or anything here. But my second question is why?
Well, as a rather horrendous way to handle this, I can transfer the brine to, let's say, a spider or a rat, and then when the time comes that I gain into another fight, as long as the hour hasn't passed, I squish it in my hand, and then I can transfer.
Interesting. It is worth noting, you can hold on to brine even if it's not targeting a creature. You can still concentrate on the effect. You don't have to target something for it to continue.
That makes me a lot less bloodthirsty, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, I was like,
because
you
I always thought,
have to murder a bug. I mean, you can, but you don't have to.
yes, there was once a character that had a bag of mice, a little bunch of pinkies from, like the Petco or whatever.
Goodness. That reminds me, I'm trying to think of if and what kind of Halloween game we should do. Something around then. Be fun or weird. And what might be fun? Because what I've done in previous times is interesting things with people's characters, or have you play your character but in a costume that gives you additional powers or whatever, and those have been fun. But there are also other ideas. Or if someone else is interested in running a Halloween or an event game. I don't know, just thoughts. Hollow Knight, such a good OST. Wouldn't you agree, chat? I know you would. Also, hi,
especially
YouTube.
if that Hollow Knight is like a, what's it called? From I
I don't know where you're
Bleach.
going
Yes,
with this.
Hollow
Bleach?
Knight. Hollow Knight from Bleach. Yes, if you've ever seen that anime.
I actually haven't seen any of Bleach. See, I have this kind of deal with myself where I just don't watch long-running shonen. Because if I get into it, then I'm suddenly going to have to commit to 700 episodes, and I'm not about that life. I don't have time for that.
Or you could just watch everything sped up.
I've done that before, actually, and it works less for anime than it does for YouTube, but I have done that before.
Well, I will be 100% honest with you. I think only seasons 1 through 3 of Bleach are worth it, and then maybe if you went after the bout filler episodes, because those were not enjoyable for me at all.
Well, good to know. But typically I try to watch stuff that is fewer than 3 seasons and tends to have 12 or 24 episode seasons. Tends to work out well for my time frame. Like Mob Psycho 100, it's so good. So much fun. Such a good anime. Watched Cowboy Bebop relatively recently. That was a good time. I can see why people adore it.
How long is Cowboy Bebop?
24 episodes, I believe.
Oh, I thought it was much longer than that.
No, it's fairly short and sweet. There's not a ton of character growth throughout it, to be entirely honest, but you do like the characters for the most part. They're all very likable people. But it's fairly short, sweet, charming. Spike is a good time. Faye is fine. I'm not a huge tsundere person, so she's fine. Like Asuka. I'm just gonna I think Asuka. I think that's her name. Yeah, Asuka Langley. I'm just gonna throw out, and for anyone out there who wants to hate me, I do not like Asuka Langley Soryu or the other girl that I can't remember the name of from Neon Genesis Evangelion. What's her name? It's gonna bother me now if I don't know. Let's see, Evangelion characters. Rei Ayanami. She's fine. She's not that interesting. Best girl is obviously Misato. For the internet to know that. It doesn't sound like any of you have seen Evangelion, which is a trip. I've heard the best watching order is to watch first 22, I think, episodes of the show. Watch the first movie. Or, watch the movie, then go back and... No, it's watch the first, 50 minutes of the movie. Then go back and watch episodes 23 through 25. And then go back to the movie to watch the rest of it. And then you're allowed to watch the rebuild movies.
That's
What?
far too complicated.
I agree, it's too complicated. Or you can just watch the show and then realize that episodes 23 through 25 are just an acid trip.
Oh, I like a good acid trip.
Occasionally.
Not like an actual acid trip. I like trippy things.
I was going to say, we should clarify, we're not endorsing drug use.
That's right.
Oh my god.
Sam's probably freaking out. I used to be her Sunday school teacher, and to hear me say that must have been weird.
It's more funny than weird.
I think you've gotten used to me at this point. That I will say weird things.
We all say weird things sometimes.
Except me.
Yeah, you and I both know that's not true. All right, so is everyone back?
Present.
Is anyone not back?
If you're not here, say aye.
Are you here, Ray?
Guess
Christopher.
not.
Yeah, I only went somewhere real quick to use the restroom, and I have my headphones on, and they're like Bluetooth, so I'm like, I can go all over my house.
Eat. Yeah, Ray. Whenever she gets back, we'll get started. We know she's helping with child stuff, so not gonna worry too much. Ooh, what is this song? Good groove.
Hilariously, this is Besaid.
Ah, this is the one that you mentioned. I like it.
This is the one from FF10 that I said, yes, we should play right now.
Ah, well, how convenient that it randomly played. Wonderful.
God is good.
God is very good. This
Well
is the
done.
FF10 soundtrack.
And all the time.
God is good.
Yes, for anyone unaware, this is a Christian group, so if
Oh,
you
yeah.
don't love Jesus, you might have a little bit less enjoyment here. We don't big on all the sex jokes and the inappropriateness and whatnot. We're silly. In fact, the first episode we recommend you go watch because we were trying to recommend kobolds to change their lifestyle.
Except apparently we
To be
like
fair,
acid
that's
trips.
not even. Apparently, we like acid trips, though. Yeah, kobolds. It's actually not that uncommon for a D&D group to be like, let's just have a workers' revolution in the goblin camp. I've heard many stories of people doing that, so y'all are actually about par for the course so far.
You know, maybe they could be our ox or oxen. They can just carry stuff for us.
So you're literally wanting to
That's
take these
so
kobolds
demeaning.
and use them as transportation. You're like, oh, you shouldn't serve the Dragonborn. You should serve me.
No. They get something out of it. They get adventure. They get to learn how to be like mercenaries.
You get paid with experience.
You get paid with experience, and then
They're
if you die,
intern.
and then you die in a week and a half.
Exactly.
Fine.
Besides, they can figure out what they want to be.
When they grow up into big kobolds.
Yeah, they can just.
We're gonna start a kobold orphanage. Is that what we're doing today?
I think so.
Well, they want to be dragons, so as long as one of us can do polymorph, we can turn them all into like bronze dragons, and then they'll be like, oh, I'm a dragon. No, wait, I'm a good dragon, so I should be good, right?
Yeah, but you also have to, at that point, get a high enough level to get shape change, and then be willing to use shape change on all of the kobolds you've gotten. Actually, no, that's not shape change. That's true polymorph, because regular polymorph can't turn them into dragons. You could turn them into crocodiles, though. And for the record, each of those kobolds can carry 105 pounds worth of stuff. So,
There
the
go.
four of them together can be like, I think it's like one Doug.
Yeah, they could carry our barrels of water.
Oh no, yours is 240, so it's like 2.5 of them can carry as much as Doug. And there are 4 of them. I mean, who knows? Maybe there are more in the cave that you want to get. There are 2 more that are guarding a prisoner. So, you know.
I feel like 4 is enough. We don't need any extra.
4 is enough kobolds to carry around our stuff for us.
Exactly. Because too much would draw attention.
Too many kobolds would draw attention. How are you going to feed all these kobolds, by the way?
I've got a ton of rations.
I was gonna say, we just found a whole lot of rations, apparently.
How about we don't do unpaid kobold manual labor?
You mean slavery?
Yeah, that's
Is that what
that's
you're
slavery.
talking about?
Yeah,
Hey.
you're talking about rescuing the kobolds in order to enslave them.
No,
Just to
they
make
have
that
a
clear.
choice. They have a choice.
And what is that choice?
They can either choose to figure out what they're going to do on their own, or they can travel with us.
Oh, so you're just giving them a job opportunity. It's just an awful opportunity and an awful job.
They get free food, they get housing.
Housing,
Just
you're
like
gonna
my
be
parents now.
housing. You're
we
traveling.
don't even have houses.
You don't have housing. Like,
I mean,
at
we
some
have
point, it
both.
would be neat if y'all bought or received a house or something, but at the moment, y'all don't have a place to stay. Like, y'all just
Well, I can offer them my company.
y'all are in hopping at the moment.
We can help them get jobs at the
Supermarket. Wait, what?
we can help them get jobs at the town.
That is an option, I suppose.
I could teach them how to fend for themselves in the wilds.
I'm gonna go ahead and smelt my dice real quick, you know. Get any natural ones out of there. Oh, I rolled the natural 20. Well, that's a wasted natural 20, I guess. That I'm not gonna roll against y'all, so I guess it's not that wasted. Whatever. I don't
was
feel
gonna
like
say,
y'all
no,
dying yet.
Perfect time.
I just want to know what this is gonna roll. Cool.
I think overall, if the idea is to try to see if we can help rehabilitate these kobolds, then we should clear out all the ones that want to fight. And then for those who are not immediately trying to attack us or otherwise, then those are the ones we try to quote-unquote rescue.
Can't we just leave them alone?
No.
No.
I'm joking.
That's
Arship's
not
like,
an option.
no, we have to take them with us. We are legally obligated. We have now adopted the kobolds.
We just
We did-
orphaned these
Gosh.
kobolds.
It's either that or we leave all these rations behind.
I mean, how rude would it be for us to give them an existential crisis without a way to, get through it?
I don't know. My
We should-
parents did it to me.
We can get them jobs in town. I'm sure that some dragon would like gold at some point. They can work jobs for it.
And then have
Save
another
up to pay a dragon.
have another boss situation.
Give them another boss, but this time have them be paid. And
Okay,
not
that's
just paid in
literally-
potential draconicness.
That's basically the plot to the Minions movie.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Just find them a better, less evil ruler, I guess. Or a more evil ruler. I don't know what y'all are about.
As despicable as it gets.
As despicable as me.
Yeah, exactly.
Comedy.
Healing the world with comedy. I think I'm the only one who knows, but that's fine.
Sorry, fam. Ray, where are you?
So I'm playing a game that doesn't require a lot of thinking. It's a grand strategy game, and I'm getting so annoyed because these people keep wanting their independence, and I have to keep crushing them.
Oh.
Dang. Is that the same thing you're gonna do with those kobolds?
No,
Yeah, I was about to say this sounds pretty familiar.
I'm Belgium.
You're Belgium?
Yeah, I'm Belgium.
You're the whole nation of Belgium?
Yeah. Or right
Okay.
now it's Belgia because the Roman Empire still hasn't become a thing. But
But this took place like forever ago.
Yeah. Right now it is 257 BCE.
Are you playing Civilization?
No, I'm playing Imperator Rome.
Oh.
I am playing Genshin Impact.
I'm playing
I'm-
Dream Valley.
I'm trying to play D&D.
You both.
I have thought I might, like, in the future, on evenings when I just play games, I might start streaming some of them. Just because. Just be like, hey, anyone who wants to watch or hang out. And probably, like, join the lobby or at least have the option for if y'all want to hang out while I play games. Just, have a good time.
That would be fun.
It's like I'm going to finish Danganronpa at some point. Don't know if the original group I was playing that with is going to ever continue playing it. I want to play Hollow Knight. I'm also working on Tales of Zestiria, which is fine. Tales of Berseria was better, but Tales of Zestiria is good.
Not gonna
But-
lie, Danganronpa is better if you just watch YouTube playthroughs.
But what if I want to do it myself?
It doesn't take nearly as long. It's like hours upon hours if you do it yourself.
But then I can be the person people watch.
Fair.
And I can hang out with chat while we do.
Yeah. I crushed that rebellion, but there were absolutely no survivors, so that's fun. Have to colonize those areas again.
Wait, do we seriously have to figure out what to do with the kobolds?
Yeah.
At some point, I
Okay.
guess. Or you can,
Someone to
thought-
save them, so
Alright,
I just have to, like, leave.
I guess Ray can just jump back in whenever she gets here. Bringing it back in. The floor is all of yours. What would you like to do?
I'm making my way out to from where we came, basically. What's the dude that's in the prison?
You saw kobolds in front of jail door, effectively. Portcullis. There's also an additional portcullis to the north that y'all have not been to.
I'm gonna go to the portcullis to the north. Just to see what's up here.
Okay. Moving up to that portcullis, you do see that there are two levers to the
Switches.
north.
Yeah.
Switches to the north. Looking past the open portcullis, you can actually, barely in the darkness, do you have dark vision?
I don't know, but I think if I don't, then I'm gonna light a torch.
You do not have dark vision, it doesn't look like.
So I light a torch.
Does Asam... Shouldn't Genasi have it?
I don't know.
Yeah, weird. Well, we'll say you don't.
I think it said you did on the party sheet.
And Cedar moving up that way, I'm actually going to move you back down here, Cedar, for a moment.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I should have dark vision.
Yeah, well, might as well go ahead and add that. And RSM, you see, looking past the open portcullis, you can actually make out, leaning on a northern pillar, is what appears to be a kobold, asleep, leaning on the rock, as well as two large lizard, well, not super large, larger than you normally expect, two small-sized lizard creatures sleeping next to it. Scattered around the room are bits of animal bone, and you see another portcullis on the opposite side of the room.
What is a portcullis?
You also, portcullis is, so, like those things that you see on pictures of castles and stuff that comes down over the gate, the, like, wooden bars or trellis that comes down, usually with spikes at the bottom. That is a portcullis.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull the lever on the left.
You pull the lever on the left, you hear a creaking sound inside, and the door in front of you does not open.
Okay,
You
then
hear
I
something.
pull it again, or like flick it back up.
Look
And
it
then I
back
pull
up,
the one on the right.
and you hear it shift, a similar shift. Wait a moment, and then you pull the one on the right, as you hear stirring in the room, as you hear the pitter-patter of these small feet move into the room. As you open this door, you see the kobold leaning against the pillar begin to shift.
Where is he at?
He is sitting up here.
Okay.
And while you're doing all of this, at the same time, over here, Cedar, you're walking down this hallway.
Hold on. I was focusing on them. Okay.
You're walking down the hallway. So what is your passive perception?
I don't know what that means.
Cool. So before you move all the way up there, I moved you back there for a reason. Your passive perception you can find on your main page, where your senses are. There's perception 15. You notice stepping down this hallway, you stopped yourself and put a hand out to stop Doug, as you see on the ground, straining from one wall to the other, is a thin piece of wire.
Can we step over it?
You can.
All right, let's do that.
But if you hadn't noticed it was there, you would have hit it, and you're not sure what happens. You do. Do you
So we
tell Doug
can-
about it?
Oh, yeah. Hey, Doug, there's a wire on the ground. Don't step on it. Because we don't know what it does.
Okay.
All right, so as y'all move over it, I'm going to have everyone where they are roll initiative for reasons that remain to be seen. It appears that the kobold and the two lizards next to him do move a bit. Not totally sure what the deal is with that so far. And then you hear something else move.
How do we roll for initiative?
Cool. So I can do a thing to go ahead and roll everyone's initiative, or you can go to your main page where it says in it next to your AC underneath the senses from before, where it
23.
should say like +2 or whatever, and you'll double
gotcha.
click on that. And I will go ahead and place all of these creatures around, some of which you can see. Not identified, but they're seeable.
These look like velociraptors.
What an interesting thing to note. And some other creatures that you may not be able to see right now. There are little pitter-patters of feet. And let's see, there is one more thing in here, as there's quite a bit in this room. Where are you, creature? As you see, stepping in, you do see toward the south side of the room, standing up, is actually the same winged kobold that you saw last time, that you saw
Dadgum.
back at the town. Because he was not outside with his 4 friends. He appears to have been in here. And now I'm going to roll all NPC initiatives. And then make sure all of you roll your initiatives. Badoop. Okay. Wow. Let's see. So, Garon, do you need to roll initiative? Boop. And Moretta is also rolling initiative. Alright, Arshem, you are the first one to move. Don't know why it says it's Bob the Test Dummy's turn. Stay away, Bob. We don't want you here.
The audience gets a turn.
The audience never gets a turn. They're the audience. The audience gets to live vicariously through you all.
I am going to okay. Yeah, I'm going to kind of take like just a couple steps forward. And I'm going to like raise my hand up. Stand down. We're not here to fight.
You said you spoke this in common.
Yeah,
What are you here for then?
we're here to talk.
You see the kobold to the north does a motion toward the two lizards, and they both sit down very, very slowly. Garand, would you like to do anything?
All right, so we're currently trying to convince him not to fight. Excuse me, not to fight. So let me go ahead and see if I can make that happen.
So what are you saying?
Listen, friend, I understand you are a fantastic kobold. You look like the type that could be a mighty dragon one day. However, if you want to get there, it's not in fighting us. We will kill you. We've already killed your boss, both of them. Your best bet is to come along with us, that we might help you reach that great goal. You are capable. You are mighty. But not if we are dead today.
And they look toward each other and back at you. The two lizard creatures continue to wait. And then you see a small, somewhat odd creature move out from the left where there appears to be an opening. Let me get an image for you. You see it's fairly small. It's a little bit bigger than a very large rabbit. And you see bits of bone sticking out from its black fur with red markings on its mask-like face and bone-like antlers that stick out of its head.
Is this a fiend?
As
Would I know?
you see what you would note to be a grim move out. And it is going to attack the nearest creature to it, and it is going to, as you see it charge out and make an antler attack against one of the lizard creatures. Very abruptly, you see this grim creature move out, and I need to go ahead and throw this on itself because it is making a charged antler attack. As you see it jab into this creature, as this small lizard squeals out in pain as these fairly long, brutal-looking antlers crash into its side, and you see a bit of blood pour out as this large rabbit-like creature moves its head along, trying to gash in the wound as much as it can. And then you see... Come on. Vision. Do I have to move you out here? Where? As you see an additional one move out, make sure I had this one in the right place, and moves up and attacks the same lizard in the same fashion. And also hit As you see from the first one, this second one gashes into it, immediately taking out this large lizard creature as it crushes through the side of its neck and ripping its chest open. As that one falls to the ground. Dies. Oop. And then, but wait. Double check the distance. Oh, it does not have a cone attack. Stop. Thought that was the thing I could do. But does it have to be visible? I think it has to be visible. Am I wrong? Is there not a way to do distances on creatures like I did a few minutes ago? I'm not crazy, I promise. Well, regardless, this additional third one comes out and is going to move past its two friends and attack the kobold. As it appears, they're attacking the first thing that they see. Oh, I should also turn the music to something a bit more appropriate.
Dang.
And that one also hits. It's also going to get its charge effect. As you see, the kobold also dies as this third grim creature stabs into its chest and drags it to the ground. And you see it actually almost begins to dig in and try to seemingly eat the creature as it attacks it. Or eat the kobold as it attacks it. Alright, it is Moretta's turn. She is going to move forward. Can I... Oh, that would make sense. I didn't turn on token locking. Well, that would help. There we go. She's going to move forward. Seeing she can't move much further, go ahead and, when in doubt, Firebolt. It will have partial cover because people are between her and it. Well, actually, what do y'all think? Should she attack the creature or...
I think so.
Alright.
She said she had AoE spells. Can she drop one on the three of them?
I'm
Not
more
from
keen to
here.
run away.
Well, so that one hits. As this strike, make sure I'm on the right one. As this fireball digs into it, actually bursts across its shoulder, and as this grim falls back, it falls to the ground, and over a few moments, you see its body turn to ash and begin to float away. And I would like, Orisham, since you're close, go ahead and make a... it would be a religion check, I suppose. Yeah, a religion check. To try and get some information on what these things are. And you have advantage because you're you and it's a fiend.
Okay, because it does say wisdom survival checks. Oh wait, no, never mind.
So isn't it all
Okay,
wisdom and intelligence checks to recall
Yeah,
information?
that was intelligence, as well as on intelligence checks to recall information. Just intelligence.
Yeah, so you'd have advantage on the religion check to recall information about it.
Okay. Advantage with religion. It's a 19.
That's very good. So you would actually know quite a bit about these. These are known as jackalopes. They're a relatively low-level grim. They're known for being particularly fast and tend to be fairly brutal, traveling in some sort of pack or group movement. And so it seems that as soon as they saw something they could attack, they immediately went for it. And you know that Grimm in general try to attack any kind of sentient life or sentient creation. Like, if someone builds a building, Grimm will try to tear it down. You don't know. No one knows exactly why. They think it was that Grimm were originally created by the god Aeon, but there's not a ton of details beyond that. You would know that these are jackalopes. They're fairly small, fast, relatively low danger, relatively speaking, compared to other Grimm, and that, like most Grimm, they do have some level of resistance to physical attacks, as well as more decay types of damage, aka necrotic damage. All right, and that's Moretta's turn. Thicket, what would you like to do as you see these tiny little evil rabbits?
Let me see here. What's it called? I would like to use feline agility
Okay.
and move 60 feet back.
60 feet away? Go ahead and map your movement. That's 45 feet. Oh,
Yeah,
got caught on something.
I'm trying to. There we go. And
As y'all see Thicket immediately dash away and just disappear down the hall.
dropped all fours and just bolt.
The winged kobold going to hiss. Why did you release them? And is going to immediately fly up to the ceiling and like hold a rock and like cling as close to the ceiling as it can. Cedar, you hear sounds of battle up ahead. A snarling of an animal and some kind of ripping sound. What would you like to do?
Where do I hear it?
It would be coming from the hallway ahead of you.
Well, then let's go forward.
Yeet. Go ahead.
I'm going to investigate.
You don't immediately see anything and hear it coming from further down the hall. You have 10 more feet of movement, and then you can choose to use an action to dash, or you effectively get to take your movement again if you like.
I'm going to keep moving.
Okay, so you dash with your action. So you move up to 30 feet more. Moving up, you do see there is a lever, which if you'd like, you can use your interaction to open. There is also a portcullis that you can actually see all this happening on the other side, including you can see an open portcullis. Well, actually, it would now be closed portcullis this direction.
Could
Yeah,
I
let's-
use the dash to go farther?
Yes, you could have dashed to move another 60 feet because your ability lets you double your movement, not use your movement again. So yeah, you could move another 60 feet if you wanted. What was that, Cedar?
Okay, is it too late to do that now?
I will say for the moment, yes. What was that, Cedar?
Let's use the lever.
You use the lever and the portcullis begins to draw open. It will open over the course of the next round.
Okay.
It takes about 6 seconds to open. Doug, what would you like to do?
Well, being that Seder did not give me any information as she bolted out, and I'm like trapped in the dark.
Sorry.
It's dark. You can't see anything. You do hear sounds of snarling up ahead, and now the sound of shifting wood and metal.
Is her mace still lit?
It is, but you can't make out anything at this point, I don't
Can we
think.
make out that very top section?
You might be able to make just a little bit of a flicker,
Wait.
but not enough to properly see.
So.
Sorry, Doug.
Let's see. Would any of. I mean, I guess I could just go blindly, like 1 foot in front of the other.
True. And you saw what the way was when she was here, but.
Yeah, so I do know a little bit. So I'm gonna like slowly walk, like foot by foot. And then when I get to this corner, I can see her light, right?
A little bit.
Okay, so I could think is it enough for me to just go straight there?
Yeah, enough for you to keep going if you wanted.
Okay. So I don't know why it moved me back.
It was an accident.
Okay, so there we go.
To about there.
Yeah.
The 30 feet. Now you can see her light. And also her.
And then I'm going to. I don't have. I guess. So at this point, I'm hearing stuff, right?
Yes, you are.
Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and ready my my two. So with the 2-weapon fighting style, it says the. It says you can add your ability modifier to the damage of the second attack, but I don't have a second attack until level 5, right?
So whenever you dual wield, it's basically for whenever you dual wield, you can use your bonus action to make a second attack with the same weapon. But typically when you do it that way, you don't get to add your ability modifier to the damage. Like if you were dual wielding 2 hand axes, your first attack would be the 1d6 plus 3 slashing. And then your second attack, which would take your bonus action, would only deal 1d6 damage. It wouldn't get the extra plus 3 damage.
Okay.
But because you have 2-weapon fighting, you do get the extra plus 3 damage.
Okay.
And you get to use your bonus action to do with it, but that means you can't use your bonus action for other things, and etc. etc.
I'm just going to go ahead and take out my 2 hand axes.
Well, you go ahead and draw them. Anything else you're going to do? Is that your turn?
I think I'm going to yell out to Satyr and say, "Wait for me!"
Alright. Back to the top of the round. Archon, you've seen one of the kobolds and one of the lizards very quickly be attacked by these Grimm. But you've seen these Grimm before, wandering the desert, sometimes in packs of 3 to 5. Sometimes, very rarely, and larger than that, but most of the time they just move around in a few, searching for some animal or sentient life to attack. They'll often attack travelers, eat as much as they can from the bodies, and then just run off again. You'll know, as with most Grimm, they just kind of attack what's in front of them. They're not terribly intelligent, and they seem to have some kind of bloodlust for living creatures. You would also roll a regular nature check.
It's a regular nature check.
A regular nature check, no advantage because this isn't fiend related. Yep, that's a lizard.
Okay. Thank you.
Rolling for dinosaur and you failed. What would you like to do?
I am going to. Okay, so there's 2 jackalopes.
Yes.
I'm going to back up a bit if I can. Like right here.
Okay.
And I'm going to fire at Jackalope 20.
One further back.
Yeah.
Got a pretty clean line of sight for it. All right. Go ahead and make the attack on it. I assume you're not using the heavy effect of the longbow.
What does the heavy effect of the longbow do again?
It's basically a lower level version of heavy of the Great Weapon Master. You can reduce your attack by your proficiency and increase your damage by your proficiency. Not nearly as strong as Great Weapon Master, but it's something. It's up to you though.
So
Depends on
that'd
how
give
easy
me
you think they are to hit.
Yeah, let's do that. Add
Alright.
a +2 to the damage.
Yep, so you should be able to, under the longbow, under weapon abilities, you should be able to just add the effect heavy to yourself, and it should apply. Yep.
Okay.
Your next attack has -2, and your next damage has +2. That hits. Go
23
ahead and roll
hit.
damage.
$15 damage.
Goodness, yeah, so even with the resistance, even though you see it is only partially affected, as its body seems significantly less affected by the arrow, the force of it is still enough to strike it into the ground, piercing the ground behind it, and as it struggles against the shaft for a moment, it then begins to ash away. But if a lesser attack hit it, it likely would have survived, simply due to its resistance to your regular attack. Okay,
Nice.
is that your turn?
I don't think I can do anything else.
Garand. What would you like to do, Mr. Evenstar?
Well, I'm hoping to change things around here. I shout, "How dare you hurt them? These are noble kobolds, and they shall grow to be mighty dragons. How dare you hurt them and their kind?"
Okay.
I'm gonna end up moving in a little bit and moving the brine, and then trying to blast them and then come back out.
All right. Go ahead and move your distance in. Go ahead and make your attack. It's your turn. You don't need to wait for my permission to do stuff, in case that's what you were doing. That definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage. Dang, alright. Deal a full 15 damage. Wait, no, that was the previous damage. You dealt 9 damage. Still. Did you?
Yeah, should be 9. Looks
I
like.
think you damaged yourself. No? But why did you drop concentration on brine? And didn't damage it. Weird.
I do apologize for any confusion. I am trying to figure out how to properly target them. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. You're doing fine. I'm confused because the system says you did it right, but then it doesn't do it. As you see the water move over, and as he holds the vial, the bolt of water seem almost liquid lightning slams into the creature as it turns to ash as it's struck. No, these things aren't particularly hardy, even as far as Grim go. Actually, as far as Grim go in general is much hardier than that. You move backward, and now it is the lizard's turn.
If I'm allowed as a free action, we're here to support you. Please join us so that you might grow and be powerful and properly honor yourselves as the great character that you have within you that you may not even be aware of yet.
Cool, so the lizard is going to move forward and is going to make 2 attacks against Arashim with disadvantage. because it doesn't speak English. Or common, rather. Or any other language. And it still hit. Okay, so it's bite attack. As this lizard comes up and bites into your... it bites into part of your stomach as you gasp in pain and fall. It is then going to make a second attack against you because it doesn't know the difference between alive and dead very well. Especially in the dark. As you fail 2 death saves as this creature attacks you.
Whew.
And Moretta is going to go ahead and promptly Shocking Grasp, maybe? Yeah, let's Shocking Grasp this creature. That is a miss. As Moretta attempts to grab onto this creature with the lightning in her hands, it fails to actually connect. And then she will step away, provoking an opportunity attack, but she wants to be away from this creature. Do this. And it misses her entirely. Alright, Thicket. I want another 60 feet with your action and dash, or with your action to dash.
I am gonna go about here and like peek around the corner to try and see why aren't people following, because those Grim were really scary.
You see, it appears that Arashem is down. You can barely make out him on the ground. Actually, he'd be just about blocked from where you are. You can only see really from right there, Moretta. If you moved a bit further, you could see Arashem. You see Arashem on the ground.
I don't think I'm gonna make it.
I think you have 10 feet left, and then if you wanted to dash, you could.
Even if I could make it to him, it's gonna be like a whole nother round before I can even try and feed him a good berry.
True.
I'm gonna go here and just wait.
Let's see. The
And
winged
be like,
kobold is
"Come
going to jump down.
Guys,
No, stop! Stop! And with the lizard creature not listening to him, he is going to attack the lizard creature, and because you're next to it, he has advantage. He doesn't deal much damage, but he does attack the lizard creature, which turns to look at him and snarls. Cedar! It is your turn, and you can see into there as it appears that a fight is going on. You can't see much of it behind the other side of the pillar, but you know there's stuff going on over there.
Let's see. Can I see anyone?
From there, not really. There is a stone in the, or a pillar in the way. You can see the winged kobold, and that's about it.
Oh, geez. Let's see if I have anything that will reach him. How far away is he?
The 35 feet.
I think I have something for that. Oh, geez.
You could potentially move around and get next to him within 5 feet if you use your movement.
Ooh, I have a sacred flame that goes up to 60 feet.
As long as you can see what you're attacking.
I think I can. You said I can see the winged kobold.
True. Are you going to attack the winged kobold?
Yeah.
Alright, go ahead and attack it with the effect. Go ahead and make the save.
Come here.
It fails. Go ahead and roll
Oh.
damage. It screams in pain as it's struck with radiant energy. Anything else you'd like to do? As you reach your mace
No.
forward and a bolt of radiant energy strikes into it. Doug, it is your turn.
I'm gonna yell out to Peter and just ask, why'd she stop?
I can
Like-
see kobolds ahead.
Like, can you move? Like, if I was to get to you, do I need to, like, can I go further? Do I need to go around?
You could go further than her. Are you asking me or her?
I was asking her. Let's see. I'm gonna go 25 first.
I mean, if you don't have light, I wouldn't suggest going further.
The light is shedding into the room a bit.
I do have a longbow.
True.
Is it an action to swap out weapons?
It is an interaction if you drop one of them. Because you can drop as a free action. If you want to properly put it back up, it would be interaction, and then you'd have to take an action to use another interaction to do it.
Okay, so it would just be better to drop the axes and get the longbow.
Yeah, effectively.
Well, I'll do that.
You drop both axes to your side, draw your longbow, and go ahead and make the attack.
And the longbow, that's two hands, right? Or primary
It is
hand,
two-handed.
Okay. Why is it? Okay, there we go. And I can click on the creature first, right?
Yeah, you can control and click, and it'll target. Make the attack. That hits. Go ahead and roll damage. As this arrow strikes into it, it carves through its shoulder and part of its wing as it falls forward toward the wall. Right. It is not Bob's turn. Never Bob's turn. Okay. I need you to roll a d20 into the tower. Archon.
Me?
Yep, I need you to roll a d20 into the tower.
Don't die, don't die, don't die.
You can use your hero point.
That
I don't have
is
a hero point.
Oh,
a success.
That's one success.
One success. Garand, it is your turn. Arashem is not looking good on the ground in front of you.
Sadly, I have run out of all of my items to heal, so I will hope to murder this poor lizard before my friend has himself been murdered. So, here we go.
I believe you still have brine. It has not been an hour. Okay.
Right. So, yeah, I'll transfer it over to him with my bonus action, and then
Go ahead and
I'll
add
move
the
around
effect
to
back
zap
onto
him.
you. Go ahead and attack the lizard creature. That hits. Go ahead and roll damage. It is still alive as this bluish energy strikes into it. I think I see why it kept named Brine. For some reason, Brine is set to only affect one roll and not continually beyond there. Don't worry, Ethan. I'm not fudging rolls. You rolled a 15.
All right.
Making sure.
I will.
No,
attempt
I just
to
like
yeah.
the
try to-
tension of you not being able to see it.
Yep.
I'm going to try to taunt the monster and say, "Oh, look at that one attacking behind you. Clearly, he's more delicious looking than the one who's laying down."
So, while I would normally let you roll persuasion if it was another creature, this thing doesn't understand language.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's just Garon being
But it
himself.
is
so-
worth the effort. The lizard creature is going to look to you as the acidic attack struck into it, and it's going to look around. And then it is going to dash toward you, skipping over the body, and it is going to attack you. That's a hit. Dang, y'all are real easy to hit, aren't you? Oh, it should have had disadvantage. My bad. Let me check that again. It's not supposed to... Yeah. Bad Velociraptor. It did miss
I
you.
like that
Okay.
it's challenging. Hooray!
So you would have 3 hit points left. I believe you're at 7. No, you're at 8. Okay, well. So that first attack, it does have disadvantage because it actually can't see well in the dark. It is a Velociraptor. As it attempts to strike into you, you're barely like moving up against the wall as it tries to bite you, and then it's going to go after you with a claw attack, also with disadvantage.
I'm already wounded. Please help me.
As it tries to claw into you, you manage to push it away with your foot, keeping it from slicing into you as it goes after you. Moretta is going to fire bolts. That makes the most sense to her at this moment. And miss. Despite it making the most sense to her, she misses. Thicket, what would you like to do?
Am I able to throw a good berry to Garon?
You could. He's not in a good place to catch it, but you could try.
Let me see here. Does it take an action to give someone something? Just like to hand it over?
No, it would take an interaction.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go here and then give Garon a good berry and cast... Where's my stuff? Guidance on him.
Okay.
And that is it.
Plus 1d4 on a check. Cedar.
I'm gonna call out to Doug. Hey, Doug. I'm pretty sure our friends are ahead. I'm gonna go forward.
I mean, I see them, but okay.
And walking forward, you do see Arashem is down. It looks pretty bad.
Uh-oh.
What happened to the winged kobold?
You shot it, and it died.
Oh,
You killed it with an arrow.
I mean, that was the plan.
Yeah. It succeeds in the saving throw.
Yay!
So that means you don't damage it.
Oh.
Unfortunately, was that Sacred Flame?
Yes.
Yeah,
That was a
unfortunately,
roller coaster. Yay! Oh.
as you release this flash of radiant light, you see the Velociraptor skip off to the side and manages to avoid the flame. You do have 10 feet of movement left if you would like to move somewhere else, though.
I'm gonna stay right there.
Oakley dokley. Doug.
Yeah, so I'm just going to continue pressing forward. Stay back a little. Maybe about here-ish. Okay. It should be moving, but it's not.
Nah, I'd have to press a confirmation button, and I was looking at something else. You good?
And then I'm going to shoot another arrow at this lizard.
Are you sure you'd like to do that? You could get close and try to stabilize Arsham, who is currently dying.
Wait, I can do that?
Yeah. So anyone can, as an action, you make a medicine check. If you roll a 10 or higher, then you stabilize him.
Oh, well, he looks pretty stable. I'm just kidding. I'm going to move up.
He looks very unstable, actually. Okay, go ahead and make a medicine check. It's like, he looks pretty stable. He looks the opposite of that.
Is that skills?
Yes, that'll be under skills.
Okay. There we go, right here.
Medicine. Come
Pretty cold
on.
right now.
You fail. It does not... You do not successfully stabilize him.
I just grab Arsham's foot and like pretend that it's his head and just start asking him why he's down.
Arsham, roll a d20 into the tower, please.
Okay. You guys can hear me, right?
Yep.
Okay, just making sure. I just got a call. I didn't know if I muted myself. Okay.
As you lay there, the blood seeping out from part of your jacket as you look up to the others. Is there anything you'd like to say or do?
I don't think so. I think Arasham is just going to close his eyes, give a slight smile. That's all.
Take a breath
Mm-hmm.
as Arsham dies.
Reunited with his mother.
You have a moment as take a breath, close your eyes. You're gone. You feel a light breeze and look out to an endless skyline. Garand, what would you like to do?
You foolish, evil, wicked reptile! I will destroy you!
It's true, you could take one of the kobolds if you wanted, but... sorry, someone said in the chat that he comes out back as one of the kobold caddies. You could play one of the kobolds. What would you like? Yeah, sorry about that. Continue, go on. Oh, you're no longer unconscious and prone. Fix that. Okay, that does hit. As you get up and stab into the creature, it stumbles.
Should be plus a d6 also.
No, because Brian goes away when you fall unconscious. Because you lose concentration on it.
Oh, nice. I didn't realize that didn't even happen. I had missed that entirely. So delightful. Thank you.
Yep. The Velociraptor stumbles and then falls. The room goes quiet. You all take a breath.
Couldn't protect him. I'm so sorry. I need to carry his body back.
I try and give him my 2 good berries that I have left.
You try to administer what you know to be a magical medicine, but they have no effect.
I can fix it, guys. I can fix it. It'll be okay.
He's gone, Thicket.
I can fix it.
We all want to fix it, but I'm afraid it's beyond fixing.
Back.
We must try to clear out this so that no others might take over. Return him to the city. Give proper rights. And lament his loss. I'm sorry I failed you.
Thicket takes off his hat and just holds it to his chest.
Is anyone else badly hurt?
I am very hurt.
Aaron does too.
That doesn't matter. We lost a friend.
We
Let's
still have
see
to
if we
take
can
care of the people we have.
Then take care of one another. Let us see if we can restore these kobolds to something better than this. And let us return to town.
Who is going to attempt to carry Arasham? And are y'all removing anything from his person when you do?
Well, I whispered into Arisham's ear as he just lies there dead.
Should I go ahead and start? Should I go ahead and start moving all my items into the party sheet?
You can if you'd like. Let them decide what they want to move or what they want to keep. If they don't.
But yeah, I took his arrows.
You did.
I guess I can take his rations.
You don't have to take everything he had on him.
I mean, I know, but he's
Especially
not
if you're
gonna-
trying to carry him as well.
I guess that's true.
I'm sure Moretta would say something, but Ray had to go for the night.
How much does he weigh?
That's a good
Take his
question.
items and gear. Take his items and gear. I will pack him on, and I'll carry him.
He's about 170 pounds, so you would have to drag him or 2 people work together to carry him.
I guess Garen and I can carry him.
Can we make a litter to carry him, like 2 poles or some kind of
Yeah, with the
canvas
supplies,
or something?
with the blankets from the other room and the wood and stuff, you could make something to carry him on.
Oh, and before I do
All right.
so, I'm gonna go back, pick up my hand axes, and then go back.
Yeah, you can easily do so. there anything you guys want to do on your way out? Are you heading directly out? Are you heading back to town?
That's everything.
If we've searched everything, then yeah. I mean, at this point, yeah. But otherwise, let's double check one last time, make sure we've searched everything, and then we'll head back to give him a proper send-off.
How do I put my money in the parcel?
I believe you can. Are you able to type it into the coins section of the parcel?
Nah.
All right, I'll go
I
ahead
can
and
send
add
it
then.
to you.
No, I can see it.
Oh, okay.
You forget I'm the
That's
DM. I can see everything.
It's true.
I distributed the money amongst everyone. Unless you wanted someone in particular to get any particular amount, or the extra 5 and 2. Though it looks like, oh yeah, that would have also given back some of it to you. How much did it give back to you?
1930, 161. That's what I have right now.
What would you all like to do? Doing a quick check, you see that the northern room appears to be some sort of cage. It's empty except for the remains of what appears to be a kobold or two near the back of the room. Bones, mostly. You figure probably previous kobolds trying to interact with whatever they caught. Most of the rest of this room is fairly empty. A few small effects, a bedroll that appeared to belong to the kobold that was taking care of the animals.
Can we check what was going on with those two kobolds at the bottom to see what they were guarding?
Sure. Moving around, and I'll go ahead and unlock tokens for y'all. You see the... And I assume you're bringing Arashem with you as you walk.
Yeah,
You
we're
see-
actually on my head.
The two kobolds are sitting in front of a portcullis that has a single figure laying on the ground behind it.
Are
Kobolds
these...
seem to pay you no mind.
Okay, so they're not drawing their weapons.
No, they're just bickering with each other. Seemed like they were arguing about something.
I'm just gonna go up and ask them what's going on.
We were told to doing as we were told. We're guarding the prisoner.
Who told you this? Or who asked you to do this? And I just pull out his head casually and be like, this guy?
They look up to you. Yes.
Well, I don't think he would be opposed if you tell me more about the person you're holding captive.
He's a human. No. Stinky elf. He tried to sneak in here and attack. But we stopped him.
I also don't think Bosk would be opposed to you lifting the cage, letting him out.
They look at him, look back at you. They look at the others. They don't even need to make a check for it. They step to the side. They're aware when they're out of their league.
And then I just interact with the prisoner and ask if they're okay and what their purpose was.
You look and see a young male elf wearing tattered clothing. After you come up to him, he does look up to you. What? Who are you?
I'm Doug.
Hello, Doug. What happened? Are you here to save me?
Depends. What do you remember?
Tried to be a hero. Thought I could stop the kobolds. Didn't work out.
Who gave
like-
you this assignment?
Me. I was told not to, actually. My dad said I wouldn't make it. Guess he was right.
And then I quickly go back to the group, or not quickly, but just go back.
And he will struggle and stand up and begin to follow you.
And I just say, hey, group huddle. And then I'm like, what if we give him the head of boss and just say that he took care of boss and we just help?
That's strange, but what makes you think that that's the right way to go?
I mean, I'm already where's it at? I can't.
I think that sounds a little dishonest. Like, what if they all think that he took care of everything and they start giving him assignments that are too big for him to handle?
I guess that's true. So, what are we going to do with him?
We could take him back to the village.
I would like to go back. Very upset. Also, hi. Ow.
And did you learn any lessons?
Don't be stupid. Don't bite off more than you can chew, I guess.
Doug, I think that you might still have a good berry. Maybe he could use one.
I would like any kind of food, honestly. I haven't eaten in 2 days.
Sure. And I just give him the berry.
He eats it and looks surprisingly content with it. Seems like he'd be happy to eat more food, but good berries do provide nourishment, so he does seem to gain some amount of energy from, despite the fact that it's just a single berry. Well then.
And then I guess I see him in a little more disheveled and more disarray, and that one berry is not going to be enough, so I just give him a ration.
He will happily eat the ration as well.
So,
Very hungrily eating it. He's not being patient with this food.
and then I never asked his name, did I?
No, you didn't.
I'm going to ask him his name.
Kellum. A pleasure to meet you. What are your names?
Well, again, mine's Doug.
Hi, I'm Thicket.
Nice to meet you, Thicket. Never met a talking cat before.
I get that a lot.
I'd imagine so. He sees Arashem's body. Sorry for your friend.
Yeah.
I guess if nothing else, then we just head back.
Of course. You all quietly begin making your way back toward the town. The light rain continuing to patter along the sand. Not enough to create a proper mud. Still too much to see the sun. That's where we're going to end the session.
Sad.
That's sad.
Goodness. Okay.
Ah.
Dang, I wasn't expecting a
This
death.
was a tough one.
Yeah, I was not expecting a death, but it happens, and you'll get into situations where things are dangerous. Things can happen. I might be able to find a way to resurrect Arashem, but ultimately, see where it goes.
We should start a death counter.
We could start a
Just
death
like-
counter. I don't expect it to be one of those campaigns, but death is a thing that can happen.
More like a graveyard to remember the fallen.
I'm
I
also
mean, this
gonna go
one was
ahead.
pretty bad considering had we fought all of them at once.
What do you mean?
I was saying, like, the fight itself would have been pretty bad had we fought all of them at once.
Oh yeah. And then you went to the
Especially when-
next fight without any kind of rest, so that definitely didn't help.
I mean, especially when their hits were almost double digits every time.
Yeah. Biggest thing was the multi-attack from the Velociraptor, ultimately, but it happens. There's no use in dwelling on it too much.
It was delightful. It was like very like. It just felt like a real story, and as the out of character reason, it looks like maybe Moretta won't be able to continue with us. So
Yeah, I
There'll
don't
be,
know
like-
what the full detail of that is going to be. We'll see how it goes, and if we need to seep at anyone else, I don't know what's up with her end. We'll leave that for off stream, which I guess if we want, we can go ahead and say goodbye to stream. I don't know if y'all are going to level up or not, but that should be it for the night and for the most of the session. Goodbye, stream.
so long.
Bye.
Goodbye, YouTube. Boop.